Talking about youth violence is one way of addressing it, but we are showcasing solutions by highlighting people who are working hard at breaking the cycle. Fox 26's Donnelly Keith introduces us to an amazing artist who's trying to do just that.
When I met the tremendously talented Thomas Ward, I thought of the movie line, "The saddest thing in life is wasted talent." Thomas isn't letting that happen, but it almost did. You are quite the artist. What type of artwork do you do?
I do all types of art, airbrushing, all painting, all kinds of mediums.
What inspired the piece that's over your shoulder of George Floyd?
I came up with the concept of something symbolic to put his face inside of a globe.
Because he changed the world.
Because he changed the world.
You have another amazing piece of art here in the gallery?
Yes, ma'am. I have a piece over here. Let me walk you to it. Right here.
Wow, Rosa Parks.
This is Rosa Parks.
Artist Thomas Ward sketched this when he was in prison. In fact, he was just released in March.
I was incarcerated for aggravated robbery, armed robbery.
You robbed a jewelry store?
Yes, ma'am. My mistake I made was a big mistake that cost me 18 years. But I look at it as something that helped me to gain control of myself.
Prison is where he learned to paint, draw, and much more.
It's the choices that we make, you know. Growing up as a youngster in poverty, it's a cycle that happened to a lot of us.
What do you want to say to young men who may be headed down the path that you were 18 years ago?
Get grounded, you know, spiritually, physically, and mentally, you know, and set yourself some goals. Get with people that's like-minded.
Such as Robert Hockley.
I'm his little cousin, his big little cousin.
His big little cousin. Hockley set up this art show for his cousin here in their hometown at Galveston's NIA Cultural Center. You'd been incarcerated for 18 years. Fast forward 4 months, you're here in this beautiful art gallery having your own art show.
Yes, and it was like a dream come true. I don't even have words to describe how grateful I am.
Sam, tell me why you gave Thomas this opportunity.
We did the art show on July 27th, which was my mother's birthday, and my mother died in 1987. So it was special for many reasons because my mother worked in the community, and I felt inspired by her life to help somebody else. It was just amazing. I mean, it was over 100, probably 130 people in there. We hadn't had it that packed in here since we've been here.
To be able to help anyone is a great thing, but to be able to help family as they transition back into society is great.
And you know a lot about that.
I know a lot about that. At the 17, I was the first to go to prison. It's sad that may sound in our family. I went at 17. I did 8 years.
Robert's two cousins, Thomas's big brother, was murdered when he was a teen, and his baby brother died by suicide. Robert wanted to break the cycle. In the 21 years since you've been home from prison, you've helped a lot of young men who have also been released.
Right.
And the ones that succeed, and then the ones that don't succeed and they go back, what do you think is the difference?
Like I just said, prison shelters you from a lot of things, right? People have to have a certain structure and a certain guidance for them to make it.
When we think about these two cousins, Robert and Thomas, and how they have come together and turned their lives around, and they're helping other individuals. If my torch lights your torch and you light the torch of somebody else, the room gets brighter.
Breaking that cycle is hard, and it's gonna take a lot of work.
Thomas Ward, who has 2 college degrees, is now speaking in schools, sharing his testimony with kids. If you'd like to buy his art or attend a show, including a planned children's art show, we have a link to his website on ours. I'm Donnelly Keith, Fox 26 News.